Well, good evening, Facebook community. This is Jennifer from Uplifting Life Naturally, hopping on here for my weekly Live at 5 educational series. I'm going to continue talking today about the use of essential oils. The past couple of days, for those of you who have hopped on, I've been talking about, a couple of things regarding oils, and what I wanted to talk about today is how, some of the different ways that we can use the essential oils in and around our home. And I will be giving you 7 examples of some different ways that you can use them around your home. You don't have to worry about jotting everything down as I talk. If you want to check back a little later on this evening, I will have my blog posted where all of the recipes will be included in that. So you can certainly just listen and take notes if you wish, but like I said, everything will be in my blog series posted later on this evening. One other disclaimer I want to add with the use of essential oils is if you are pregnant, if you are breastfeeding, or if you have any chronic health issues, certainly make sure you check with your own private medical professional regarding the use of essential oils to make sure that it is something that's okay for your given situation. There are certain oils with pregnancy and breastfeeding that should be avoided, and also certain health issues you have to watch certain types of oils as well. So always make sure with any chronic health issues, pregnancy or breastfeeding, that you are checking with your medical provider for safety for your own use before you use any. So just to take a few minutes here and talk about a couple of different ways that we can use oils in and around the home. What I like about this is the fact that we can actually get rid of a lot of our standard household cleaners that we have at home, removing a lot of those chemicals and harmful toxins from our home and things. So first one I want to share with you is just a simple antibacterial room spray. You can go ahead and take 10 drops of your favorite essential oil, add it to a spray bottle filled with 1 cup of distilled water, mix it up and spray it. You have a relatively simple, good smelling room spray. You can make whatever scent you prefer. And I will say as well with these, when I'm mentioning distilled water, the reason for that is simply because a lot of our water, our tap water, can have sometimes some pollutants and chemicals in that. So using the distilled water just keeps your essential oil more natural, not having any other added or potentially added toxins from your tap water, but which is why we do recommend using the distilled water. So that's it for the room spray. Those of you who have trouble sleeping, which I hear that very often, if you haven't already heard, lavender oil is a very effective oil for insomnia and to help us sleep. So you can do the same thing similar to the room spray, making a spray bottle that you can spritz onto your bed sheets prior to going to bed. You can take 10 drops of lavender oil, add it to 1 cup of the distilled water, mix it up, and spray it on your pillowcases, on your sheets. It is recommended that you do this about 30 minutes prior to going to bed, so you give it time to air dry from the mist and such, so your sheets aren't wet when you're going to bed. So that's for those of you who have trouble sleeping. You can certainly try that. A carpet deodorizer, I know I will be making very good use of this with all of my pets. You can take 1 cup of baking soda, mix it with 5 to 6 drops of your favorite essential oil, add it to a shaker cup, and certainly an empty Parmesan cheese type container rinsed out is good enough if you are into the recycling thing. Mix it up, sprinkle it over your carpet, let it sit for about 15 minutes prior to vacuuming. Mold in our showers, and those tiny crevices that are a nuisance and a very pain in the neck to scrub clean. 1 teaspoon of tree tea oil along with 1 cup of water mixed in a spray bottle, sprayed over the areas with the mold, and you simply let it dry. You don't even have to scrub that away, which is a bonus in my book. Let me see here. ant and mouse repellent, seeing as, you know, it's going to soon be picnic time and ants will be around. Hopefully not many have problems with mice, but, you know, unfortunately it is a realistic area as well. Mice do not like peppermint, so peppermint is a great oil to use as a ant and pest repellent. 2 teaspoons of the peppermint oil mixed with 1 cup of water into a spray bottle, and simply spray it over the area where you're having problems with your ants or where you suspect the mice may be. So peppermint's a good oil to help keep them away. As far as a bathroom deodorizer, and I thought this was pretty clever, I haven't tried this one yet myself, but certainly is on my list. Simply squeeze a drop or 2 of your favorite oil inside the toilet paper roll prior to placing it on the toilet paper holder. Now with that, we'll have to make sure our kids and our husbands you know, are putting the toilet paper rolls back on the toilet paper holder for it to be effective, because with that, every time you roll the toilet paper roll, taking your toilet paper off, you're going to dispense that oil scent throughout your bathroom. So I like that idea as far as a bathroom deodorizer. And then the last one I want to share with you is a plug-in air freshener. Again, not anything I've tried yet, but you know, certainly something I will definitely use, because I am already a user of the plug-in air fresheners. I guess I use, I think it's Airwick, and what they recommend that you can do is pry out the wick. Now I'm not sure how simple that would be, so if anybody tries it, please be careful, and you can certainly share with me your experience if it was easy. But anyways, you can simply pry out the wick, replace in the glass container there, let me see, what do they say here? Fill it halfway with the oil of your choice, and then fill the remainder of it with distilled water. And shake it, and then you should be able to reapply the wick back in and plug it back in and have your own homemade